This is my journey to beating every PS2 game. What's up everyone, welcome back to beating every PS2 game. Today we're playing Heatseeker, developed by IR Gurus and released by Codemasters in 2007. So for this one it's pretty clear, we're going a new game and there's 3 difficulties. And it looks like the default difficulty for this one is Rookie, so we end up playing on Rookie. There's also a choice between Arcade and Professional style. Arcade's also the default, so we went with that. We start the first mission. It's called Welcome to Paradise. It says we're shipping out to the Caribbean for Lord Roberts Air Base Island, and we got to do some countermeasures against some piracy in the region. So the first mission acts as kind of a tutorial in this game, and we use the left stick to increase and decrease our altitude. And while we're getting the controls for the plane down, we get a mayday call, and we got to spring into action to help this this pilot over here. So it's R1 to fire missiles, and you use the right stick to accelerate and decelerate your plane. And we take down the fighters that were chasing after him. And that's pretty standard in this game, is taking down fighters. Pretty much every level you gotta take down a group of fighters, at least one. And then here we got another wing of fighters incoming. We end up taking them down. Yeah, once you lock onto them, it's pretty easy to hit with missiles. You kind of just have to wait for the missiles to come back. A couple seconds usually for a reload. And then we got more fighters attacking the battleship. And we also had a bonus objective to destroy the saboteurs that are trying to take down the radio tower. We easily take them out. Take down more fighters. And we got more bandits inbound from the southwest. So we head on over to take them out. So yeah, we successfully defend the medical transport. And it lands successfully on Lord Roberts Air Base. And boom, mission complete. And we're on to mission 2. The attack continues. So also in this game, the main character is a pilot called Downtown. So they refer to us as Downtown throughout the game. And we got multiple targets and multiple attack boats coming inbound in mission 2. And this is where they teach us how to use air-to-ground bombs instead of missiles. So this helps you take out ground targets or sea targets a lot easier. Boom, with that we complete defending the western dock. Just gotta take out the targets in most of these missions. The first ones are pretty easy. Doesn't get too hard until around the second chapter. But yeah, so different levels you'll play as a different airplane. You could use different crafts. For this one we had a different plane. And we got to take out more fighters. And now we got to defend the airship from a sea attack. Again, using the bombs. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to this game. The story's pretty generic, and you know, each mission it gets pretty repetitive. But there's little differences. There's some cool parts in the game. Now we got to destroy a missile boat, and we got to destroy the missiles as they're launched. And we take out all the enemy bogies in the area. And boom, we destroyed the missile boat before it reached the airbase. And that's another mission complete. And with that, we're on to mission 1.3, Search and Destroy. And our mission is to intercept anything the enemies throw at us. So we got to destroy the pirates attacking. And we take them out pretty easily with the air-to-ground bombs. And we head on over to intercept some more planes. And the pirates are all taken out. Now they have attack helicopters coming our way. So we got to take out the helicopter squadron. These ones are even easier. They're just one-hit kills pretty much on all of them. So we shot them all down in a row. Now we got transports loaded up with civilians ready to evacuate the island. And we got to take out anyone who starts to attack them to protect the civilian transports. So we take out some of the boats. And boom, we get objective completed. Now we got to help the Nemesis by destroying some other forces. Pretty much every level is just take out as many enemies as you can to protect your teammates or your allies. And we got to land on the air carrier, the Nemesis. Boom. Nice touchdown on the air carrier. And we get mission complete. Now we're on to Chapter 2, Mission 1, Smuggler's Run. So we're in a different area now. We found people who were linked to the people who attacked Lord Robert's air base. And in this one we're going to scan some crafts to see if there are enemies on them, or if they're carrying, cargo that would lead us to the enemies. So we start scanning aircraft, scanning boats. Most of them are neutral, but then we find a smuggler and we gotta take him down. We shoot down the smuggler and destroy the incoming fighters. Got another target identified. Got enemy attack boats, and then we got some hangars in the mountains that shoot out some more aircraft. So we gotta blow up the hangar, and we took out the jets. And now we just gotta render the enemy base inoperable, which was pretty easy with the air-to-ground bombs. And we got anti-aircraft guns on the island that we got to take out. And then we got to secure the freighter transport and destroy the missile boats. And boom. Objective complete. And mission complete. And we're on to mission 2.2, Smuggler's Demise. Now we gotta identify the suspected weapons transport. And boom, we find it pretty much immediately. It's a C-130 plane. And of course it has an escort, so we gotta take out the fighters escorting the thing. And we end up taking out its escort pretty easily. Now we gotta escort the weapons transport to land on the base, basically forcing it to land. But it doesn't have any plans on landing. So we gotta take it out, take out more fighters. And we gotta destroy the fleeing transports and their escorts. Hunt them down, chase them down, take them all out. Boom, objective complete. Now it looks like we got some surface contacts near the northmost island. And we got to destroy the surface-to-air missiles in the area, which we do pretty easily with the air-to-ground bombs. Now we got a bonus objective to destroy both submarines before they submerge, which we end up taking care of. And I kind of wonder what the higher difficulties are like in this game, because there are some levels that get really hard, and even on rookie difficulty. And I'm wondering if there's more objectives, because there's a bunch of bonus objectives. This one we get mission complete, and we're on to mission 2.3, reprisals. So we got to get airborne immediately. We got multiple contacts inbound. We're not sure what's going on. This is where the game started to get a little bit difficult. We got to defend our allies' boats and stuff, and we end up failing here because you start pretty far away from the group of attackers, so you got to fly out there and take them down before eyeball takes too much damage. So we get in there as fast as we can. And the second attempt, we defend eyeball from the attackers. Flew right through enemy ejection parachute right there. I tried to shoot him down. Now we got to defend the fleet against the sea attack and air attack. So there are a lot of like escort missions and defend your allies missions in this game. Those are some of the hardest ones. just because you know, they seem to take a lot of damage while you're trying to get to them. So we end up completing that objective, and we got another ally being chased, and we gotta hop in. It's a defector, so she's willing to work with us, so we gotta go save her from the from her ex-partners chasing her and taking her out. So we escorted Angel back to the fleet. So she ends up giving us information that'll help us with the next mission. Now we gotta defend the civilian transport from more fighters, and we end up taking out the fighters. Now we got another civilian freighter, Axelrod, we gotta defend from the fighters. We end up taking them down. The air combat is pretty good in this game, but it is pretty easy most of the time. It's just when there's like a lot of enemies that you get ganged up on and start taking a lot of damage, that's when it makes it more difficult. Especially if they're ground enemies. Those ones really, like when there's a mission with like a ton of AA guns, those destroy your plane. But yeah, we get mission complete here, and we're on to mission 2.4, the payback. So for this one, we're going full-scale assault on the enemy base. We got a couple battleships in the area that are going to help us out, and our job is to protect our allies' fleet. So we got to take out the enemies in the area to protect the fleet, which are pretty easy. Most of these are small boats, small enemy attack boats that are just one shot, so we just take them all out in a row. Now we got to intercept more approaching strike planes, and we end up shooting all of them down. Now there's some incoming missile boats we got to take out, which we do with ease. And we head on out to take out some more fighters. And now we gotta sink the fleeing boats because they're starting to lose the battle, which we end up doing. And it seems that they are firing missiles from the enemy base, and it seems like they got some serious firepower on this base, so we gotta ensure our fleet survives the incoming missile attack. So we shoot missiles out of the air and see what happens.
Nuclear activity confirmed. We have nukes. No. What?
Are you kidding? Just firing nukes at us? So yeah, our fleet ends up getting hit with a nuke, which is crazy, but we end up getting mission complete on that. Now it's mission 2.5, the decapitation strike. And this time we're really going for the island. We're taking out the base, especially after they dropped a nuke on us. So we're weapons hot and clear to engage. Time to move in. Of course, we got to take out the patrol groups, which are more fighters. And then we also got to take out the AA defenses on the island. So we destroy the patrol groups, no problem. And we shoot out all the AA guns. And there's quite a lot on this island, so we got to take them all out. But they're all pretty lined up and in the same area, so we just keep blasting them. Boom, we take out the primary A-to-A defenses. Objective complete. And they got a hangar in the island that keeps putting out more enemy squadron members. And we killed Aaron Krigsman just like that. Apparently he's like a little mini boss. Wasn't that much of a challenge. And now we gotta sink a missile boat that's coming in, and its escorts. And they did not dock on our watch. Now we gotta defend the amphibious assault squad who's going into the island on the ground. And we got to clear the path of enemy vehicles for them, which we do. And we cleared the path, and the assault marines are clear to go across the bridge. And the assault team has been successfully defended. Now we got to destroy their mountain fortress. A lot of different defenses in this area, but I just kept switching weapons, dropping bombs on them. And we also got to prevent the missile launchers from attacking the fleet. So yeah, I was attacking the fortress, trying to take all them out. End up destroying the fortress. And boom, we took out the missile launchers as well. And we get mission complete. And with that, we're on to Chapter 3, Mission 1, the Flashpoint. So they have, some enemies have blockades in the Antarctic region. And we gotta go help out and use military force against them if we have to. So of course we got a fleet going on down there. And we're gonna have to come in for some assistance. So we gotta follow the fighter group, and we gotta sink the Federation destroyer. Some of these destroyers have a lot of health, so you gotta do a couple bombing runs on them. But we end up taking that one out. Now look at this, we gotta shoot down at least 40 enemy aircraft. This is where the game starts to get kind of difficult. And yeah, we end up dying here. Some of the boats with AA guns on them, they really do damage. So you kind of have to do a couple bombing runs in order to survive them. Because if you just go straight at them, they'll shoot you down pretty easily. And we successfully defend the convoy from Federation attack. And we get mission complete. But yeah, now it's Operation 3.2, Operation Bear Trap. But yeah, so the game starts to get progressively more difficult from here. Nothing too crazy. There's a couple hard ones coming up. But so far, these, take a couple lives, maybe 1 or 2 lives each. So we protect the Nemesis battleship right there. And we got some radar jammer planes coming in. So we got to take them out. Keep our radar visibility. The good thing about those planes is they're pretty slow and they're huge. So you can get right behind them and just let off shots at them. And we destroy their escorts as well. Now we gotta take out the submarines before they destroy the Nemesis. This is another mission where you just gotta be quick. Like, you gotta get there. Boom, we take out the submarine. And now we got an incoming bomber squadron and fighter escort coming in. Gotta take all them out. And we do. The Nemesis almost died there. And of course we got an A squadron coming in. This guy's called the Red Ghost. He's got a little bit more HP than everyone else, but he goes down all the same. See you later, Red Ghost. And we end up taking the rest of his pilots out too. Just a lot of air battling here, The A squadron's been taken out. And with that, we get mission complete. Now we're on to 3.3, Pillars of Fire. And we're going to have to escort some allies in this one. And we got bandits inbound. The usual way to start a mission in this game. But yeah, we got a whole fleet of people flying in to destroy the radar station in this one. And of course, we destroy the radar station. And we also got to destroy an enemy radar jamming plane, which we do with ease. And another bonus objective is sink another battleship, which we do. And we got to destroy all the island's surface-to-air missile sites. Also got another wave of fighters coming in. And here's some other dodge moves you could pull off in this game, which are kind of cool. Sometimes if you're in a head-on situation like that, you can do the dodges. Yeah, we also had some head-on collisions with the planes, so You don't die for colliding with the enemy in this game, and you kind of just bounce off of them. I'm not sure if you take damage or not, but yeah, we end up destroying the primary target there, and we get mission complete. With that, we're on to mission 3.4, the Brawl. So for this mission, we've got civilians in the oil rigs, and we got to get them out and reclaim the oil rigs. We also got a pretty low radar ceiling, so you want to stay below the grid to avoid radar detection. And right here we take out the radar station, which gets rid of the grid, so we don't have to worry about it. We also got to destroy the SAM sites, which we do. And we now have to protect the oil rig. So I believe they were holding the civilians hostage on the oil rigs. So we got to get a team in there to get them out. Yeah, so we got to protect the commando groups. They get to the oil rigs, then they save the civilians and escort them out. So we got to protect the oil rig from attackers. And we got to do this multiple times. There's a few oil rigs around here. So now that the commandos got out of the oil rig, we got to protect their escape. And I had a huge collision with a bomber here, which was crazy. Didn't do much damage. I don't think it did any damage at all, but it was a pretty sick collision. And we end up protecting the research facility until the commandos escape. And now we got to escort the Fury out of the ice shelf. And here we're blowing up underwater mines, basically clearing a path for the Fury to get through. And the Fury makes it out, and we get mission complete. So on to the next mission, 3.5, Anvil and Hammer. So we got the fleet out here, and we got to protect the oil rigs and get the remaining civilians moved to safety. So we take out some fighters and some water units to start, defend the oil rig. Of course, we got to repel another fighter attack as usual, which we do with ease. And now we got to defend the oil rigs against incoming enemies. So we take out all the attackers. The oil rig is pretty low health right now, but we end up just getting it done. And now we got to assist our fighters in the air battle. So we head on out. And we got a lot of sea attackers here in this one, and they end up shooting us down, which happens quite a few times from here on out, but we just keep on trying. And there we go, we completed to assist the fighters in the air battle. Now we got to take out the radar jammer aircraft, and we take it out. And back to taking down the fighters. And we gotta regain air superiority. Yeah, after we killed like 49 of them, we got objective completed. And now we gotta reduce the numbers of the enemy fighters again. After a couple more we take down, we get the objective complete there. Yeah, so sometimes enemy planes will drop flares to distract your missiles so they won't hit the plane. They'll hit the flares instead. We end up taking out this enemy cruisers, which were flanking the fleet. And we also defend the Nemesis from the incoming bombers. Now we're up to 87 kills in this level. We help the fighters gain air superiority, and now we got to destroy the enemy carrier. Now this carrier was loaded with weapons. I was so close to taking it out here. And they end up shooting us down right before we take it out. But on the second go, got a good far away head start. And we end up taking it out. And we get mission complete. Now we're on to Chapter 4, Mission 1, Sunburn Alley. Seems like we've tracked down the guy selling nukes to Vertana, and we head on out. Now we gotta protect our carrier once we get here. And so we gotta take out more fighters, of course, and cruise missiles. So we made sure the fleet survives the first wave of the attacks. We take out some more fighters. And the strike planes were intercepted. Now we gotta destroy the SAM and SSM positions on the island. So we start blowing everything up. And we get objective complete on that. We gotta take out another missile ship. The attack submarines. And we also gotta take out some heavy bombers. Now it's time to destroy the enemy airbase. So we just do these dive bombing runs on the enemy airbase and just shoot out all their ground forces. And we got objective complete on that one. And also mission complete. Now we're on to mission 4.2, Shark's Den. Now this, I believe this was the hardest mission in the game. So yeah, first of all, we got a super low radar grid, and for some reason the plane wants to pull up, then you hit the radar grid and you get pushed down. So it was extremely difficult just to keep the plane straight here. So this mission has tons of ground defenses, like an insane amount. So we end up just trying to take out as many as we can. Things are shooting at us from all over the place. And our objective is to destroy the AA guns that line the island. But anytime you get close, man, they just freaking light you up. So I couldn't figure out like the right way to do this, but I had to create my own strategy here to figure this one out. This mission took me well over an hour. And yeah, we're just blasted apart at this point, and we have got like half the freaking turrets to take out. They end up taking me out right here. I tried again, take me out again. There's just tons of anti-aircraft things, you know, like it's ridiculous. There's also like a hangar here, like a boat yard with a ton of ground defenses. So we died a ton of times here. It was insane. And I couldn't figure out what they wanted me to do, so I came up with this strategy of just flying all the way to the top of the skybox and just bombing the whole way down, just shooting missiles, hopefully hitting one. Couldn't lock onto the ground targets doing this strategy, but if you just like, you had to manually aim and try and hit them, eventually you hit them. So we got that objective completed. Now we got to destroy all the attacking vehicles, which is another pain, because we would still get shot down even by the boats in the harbor and by the other anti-aircraft guns that they had that were still left. We were getting destroyed out here. But with this new strategy, if you fly high enough, they couldn't hit you. So I pretty much figured that out, and I would just keep spamming this attack, but it took so long. Like, it took like 45 minutes just to, like, from when I started this plan, just to take out the defenses on the island. And then of course more fighter squadrons come in. We gotta take them out. That was probably the easiest part of the mission. Now they want us to destroy the docks, where there's like 2 battleships sitting, a whole bunch of anti-air. So of course doing the bombing method, just sky bombing them. And after, you know, a long time, we end up taking out the docks facilities. Now there was also a bonus objective to destroy the boats in the harbor, and that was tough too. They have so much health, so you had to do at least like 3 each. I end up getting shot down here, but we do it the next attempt. Take out the fighters. And now there's like generators here, and there's a submarine pen that we want to take out before we leave the mission. So of course they let a submarine out. We got to take them out. So we're just bombing, just sky bombing from the top of the skybox the whole time. And it is just, this took forever to do, because I couldn't figure out any other way to get low enough to attack them without getting destroyed. So this was my method on how to beat it. If anyone knows a different method to doing this level easier, let me know in the comments. And so we also had to destroy the submarine pen with like a perfect shot. So I tried to get right into it. No good. So you had to go super far out to get the perfect shot. Took me a couple tries to figure this one out as well. You had to get like right in those circles. We got a couple hits on it here. And boom, we destroyed the sub pen finally after an hour on this one level. So yeah, by far the hardest mission on the game. I couldn't even imagine it on a higher difficulty. Now we're on mission 4.3 to rule the sky. Like, we're on rookie difficulty. Imagine on like professional, it would probably take hours. I can't even imagine. To kill any enemy, you probably have to hit the skybox. So yeah, here in this one, we crippled the enemy's long-range capability there. Just taking out the air defense turrets and everything. The anti-air batteries. And of course we got more fighters. Gotta take them out. Another ace squadron down. And of course enemy reinforcements are destroyed. Now we got more ground targets to take out. So now that I learned the whole skybox bombing method, use this for pretty much the rest of the campaign. We just bombed, took them out, took out the enemy communications station. And there's also some ground targets we had to take out. Now we got an enemy fighter wing inbound. I think these were oil tanks. Yeah, we had to destroy them. Those are done. And we take out the fighter squadron. Just, you know, it starts to turn into just an onslaught in every level. Just tons of troops. And yeah, we end up taking these guys out. Now we got bombers inbound to help out with assaulting the island. We got to protect them. We got to take out the next squad. And boom. Cleared the path for a friendly airstrike. And there you have it. They destroyed the airbase. Mission success. And now we're on to mission 4.4, Cargo of Death. And we got to get those transports identified and brought down. I believe these are the transports that were holding nuclear material or nuclear weapons. Yep, so we get them identified pretty much right away. And we got to take them out. Take out the escorts. And we destroyed the transport. Now Eyeball's under attack. Gotta get over there, take out the fighters that are attacking them. But we end up losing here because Eyeball got shot down. You know, it's another one of those missions where you gotta get there in time just to protect them. Our second attempt, we defended Eyeball successfully. Now we gotta destroy the transport and its escorts again after identifying it. These things are so slow, you can just go right past them. So we took them out, and then we gotta kill all the escorts. So I figured it's probably more important to shoot down the stuff holding the nuclear material first. So I take them out first, then take out the escorts. And we destroyed the incoming fighters as well. And now we gotta destroy another transport and its escorts. And we get that done with relative ease. And we take out the Ace Fighter Squadron as well. And there you get a mission complete. And now we're on to mission 4.5, the final countdown. And I believe this is the final mission here. It's basically like a nuclear reactor or some kind of nuclear production facility that we gotta take out. The final base to take out. So we take out the airport defenses and destroy everything on the runways for a bonus objective. Not sure what the bonus objectives give you. I think you just get a higher score when you complete the level. Now we see the nuclear power plant, and we find the desalination plant, and we take that out. Basically, the way this one works is I think there's like 3 reactors around the nuclear plant. Then each one can be like disabled by taking out a side plant, like the desalination plant or the coolant loop. So yeah, you'll see one light red on the main reactor. So now we're weapons hot to take that out. And we take out the deuterium plant. And we got to destroy the plutonium enrichment facility as well. A couple well-placed bombing runs when we take that out. And we're taking out the power station here. So we're just taking out all the side plants, and then we'll make our final assault on the nuclear reactor. Now we got to destroy the jamming towers and any remaining attackers to help us for the final assault. And the jamming towers, I mean, they went down pretty easily. Take them out. And boom, we're starting to bomb the oil tanks, and we end up taking out the treatment plant. You just want to take out all the plants on this one. And now we're starting to get towards the final attack. Take out the steam turbine here. And we end up hitting it with like the last bomb that we dropped right before turning up. And now the final task is to destroy the nuclear reactor. So we gotta fly around for a little while it becomes open to attack, and then we're doing the same method as before, the straight skybox bombing run. But you gotta get a little bit closer to it to deal damage. So we just do boom, boom, just bomb, 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 just unload on this thing. And there's a lot of ground defenses on it, so we're taking some serious damage. But we end up just doing a few bombing runs, just going straight at it. We're not taking no for an answer on this one. And boom, we end up destroying the nuclear reactor. And that is game complete. And the whole island starts to implode. Everyone's pumped. Downtown flies out of there triumphantly. And we get mission complete. And with that, we get a little epilogue here telling us the world's a safer place with a pilot like us in it, and we could be proud. And then we get credits after that. And there you have it. That's Heatseeker. So yeah, this game took us around 6 hours and 45 minutes to beat, which is a little bit above average. So for my ratings, I gave it, for enjoyability, I gave it a 6. Controls were pretty good for an air battle game. Sometimes it felt a little unrealistic, but overall pretty good. The difficulty was a 7, because some levels are really hard, like that one with submarine pens. It was ridiculous. Can't even imagine on the highest difficulty. The music, we gave a 5. I can only really remember like one song in this game. And the graphics and art style were decent. We gave them a 6.5. So yeah, overall decent game. I'd recommend it if you like air fighters, like aircraft fighters, stuff like that. But yeah, overall solid. And stay tuned for the next game.
1822 on the board. Let's see what we get. 851. Come on, sports game. Come on. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Could be cool.
The next game is Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Thanks for watching my playthrough of Heatseeker. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more PS2 games. Also, follow me on Twitch to see me play the games live. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Please hit subscribe.